Let me know if you're able to see my screen. Okay, hopefully, yes. So today it should be Python's, last class, and the most important thing as well. So Python to be used as a data engineer. Not, the previous classes as well, when we performed the basic operation on top of data frames, it was also helpful. Everything was there related to data analytics and all. There are lots of operation as well. If you go through the thing and or if you are live in a project, then you can get some more examples on top of data frame and all. Okay, so today why it's a significant one. So we'll be using Python obviously as a ETL tool. So we already started connecting Python with the external CSV file and all. So we can pull those CSV file in data frame, and we can manipulate data as our own way, or maybe as per business users request. So today we'll be what new things we'll be learning today. Today we'll be connecting an external database. Okay. So in Python, we'll be trying to connect a database. Database server there, and we can pull the data from their data. The tables we can pull. We can then after pulling the data, we can do the SQL kind of operation as well. And we can also do. We can create the data frame on top of that table as well. Those two kinds of things we can do. And even after doing the manipulation over there at our side in Python, we can push the data. That means we can write the data frame into the table of that database. So this is the overall thing we can do. We can cover the thing today. And just tell me if there is any issue for understanding and all. If you have already started the courses from the beginning, you might have seen that we have a particular database for our demo classes. We have taken MySQL. Okay. So I'll be trying to connect this database from our Python. Okay. So this is the database name. Just, I mean, uh, take the name. That name should be useful when I'll be connecting to the database from Python. So the name of the database, it's a MySQL workbench, and I have opened MySQL databases over here. So the local instance is MySQL 80, and the user you can see root. Okay, that should be helpful. It's a local host. That means the server name is localhost, and 3306 is the port. By default, 3306 should be the port for MySQL. If we are using any other databases as well, just like Oracle, MS SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server, or any other Teradata, this kind of databases over there. So there are by default some root, some user ID, password, some server should be there. But we need to change something in our Python code for each of the databases that I'll tell while running the code from Python. But the particular example I'll be going at with connecting to this database only. And we need to connect with those credential. The server name, that is localhost, the port name 3306, port number actually, the service account, what is called root, that is the username, and the password should be also required. Over I can type the password to connect the database. The same password we need to mention over there either in encrypted way, or directly we can put in hard coded manner in our database connectivity while connecting from the Python side. Okay. So just, if you are a new resource who are joining the courses recently, so we have those much, these many schemas in our database for MySQL, and we are working in this schema for our Teradata training. Okay. So we have the existing, those four tables. We can fetch one of the table into our data frame. That thing we can do in an example, and we can push whatever we have worked till now with the data frame, we can push it over here. So this kind of connectivity or read write data, that should be helpful for your practical learning purpose. Okay, so let's start today's course. If there is any stuck point, you can quickly stop me and ask me the questions. I'll be trying to cover as much as possible as per my knowledge. If there is any, I didn't answer it quickly, I'll be trying to answer in the next class, maybe tomorrow. but I'll be trying to cover it today only, as today should be the last class for Python. Okay. So first of all, I just want to cover something on Matplotlib as well. So till now, Python, we have worked mainly on pandas data frame, and Matplotlib is I mean, it's been used for plotting the thing. Plotting, maybe I'm a visualization engineer. I mean, on top of data, I can I mean, go ahead for the analytics part. So I can visualize the data by graphs, charts, various kind of plots. So Python has the capability. It has a different library that is called Matplotlib. Even pandas can do this kind of plot as well. But in this crash course, let's go ahead with the Matplotlib library. Okay. So I have some demo example available over here. Yeah, I pull this one, Matplotlib. Okay. And we are using PyPlot class over here. And we have renamed it, alias it as PLT. That should be useful while plotting the graph. So I think you are aware that if we are using any, I mean, import over there, so we need to install entire package. Hopefully that can be understandable while doing for pandas we have shown to you. But just a quick recap. So just go to settings. Okay, so here are all the packages what I have installed for my project purpose. You can also do the thing, just click on plus sign, start with Matplotlib, Matplotlib. Okay, it's there. That's why the color is different, blue color. I have already installed it. So just try to select this and install package. Okay, or you can also use command prompt window by pip install Matplotlib, anything. So let's do a simple plot. Then I have just given you two examples over here. One is simple plot and another one is using the data frame itself. Whatever data frame we have used earlier. So on top of one dimension, I mean two dimensions, we can clearly show you. I mean, based on two dimensions and one measures value, meaning mean of that particular thing, we can quickly draw a particular subplot there. Let's omit this thing out first. Okay, this thing. Okay. So what I have done over here, I just took two basic list, X and Y. Okay. And what is the syntax? It's plot, PLT. This is the plot. That is the class from Matplotlib. Plot dot bar. Okay. Bar means bar chart over here. So we can change what kind of plot we want to do. Go ahead. Okay. We just need to know the syntax over there. So I mean, I even not aware of all the syntaxes over there, but which is required, you can quickly search it over there. But this is the conventional way to call, I mean, what kind of plot we want to see over here. Then our bar plot is ready. We need to show the plot. Okay. So plot, the method name should be dot show. Okay. So this is the way. Let me run. Let me change to main page. Okay. Because the below portion is commented out. I just remove this thing. I'm simply running X versus Y, a particular bar plot there. Okay. So as per the data, we can tally the thing. For X, 1, Y equal to 2. X is the independent one, Y is a dependent variable. So the same way, it's a very simple one. So we can change the thing, I mean, bar to any other plot as per our requirement. Okay. I'm just going ahead with the scatter plot. Okay, this kind of stuffs we can go ahead the own way. Scatter plot, line chart, pie chart, but all of the syntax even I do not have. I need to search in Google as well. But the basic one we just need to go ahead with this thing. So we need to create the class as plot, then plot dot. Which kind of plot I want to put over there? Just we need to put this keyword, and we need to pass based on which dependent or independent variables we want to plot. Just pass it in a bracket over there inside the scatter and which kind of plot you want to use. Then just plot that particular plot dot show. it should be showing you the result. Okay. Let me comment this thing out. I'll be going ahead with the practical scenario. Okay. Control slash. Let me uncomment this thing. So if you are quite aware that I think you are aware of this thing, we are using. Okay, let me print this data frame earlier. Otherwise it should not be understandable. So we are calling a data frame and the data frame is pointing to a CSV file. That's why pd dot read CSV and I'm calling that exam result CSV. Let's see what is there inside the CSV quickly. Okay, so it's just like the last data frame that we have worked. We have the name of the student, subject, age of the student, and marks. Okay, so we are just doing a simple group by operation on top of subject and name and doing a mean operation. So based on name and subject, we are getting mean value for each of the measures, that is marks and age. Okay, and over there we are writing the plot operation. Let me just show you. It's a subplot and we are giving the name as figure FIG and this is the subplot x dot. That's the same PLT class and we are calling subplot method over there. Okay, and the same, just we had the extra step that over here, this one from the previous example, and then we are calling this subplot and this is a bar method and we are passing two variables over here. That means two axes. One is name, that is, I mean, we can put this thing in X and we have marks as the Y axis. So I'm just trying to plot from the data frame name versus marks. That's all. Then I'm just doing plot dot show. That will be showing us the result. Okay. So it's in bar chart format. Okay, let me print the data frame as well. Then you can easily. What happens? Okay, so print data frame one. Okay, so this is just, I mean, the same marks versus name versus marks that we are having over here. Okay, so the same thing I'm trying to plot in plot show. We just pick name and marks there, and the output we can see in the plot. Okay, so let me run again. So this is the particular thing. Okay, this is a simple example over there. But when maybe a data scientist or anyone, they're trying to check any distribution plot or anything, just like scatter plot they can use or heat chart they can use with a large set of data to get the variance or any other standard deviation from the high level from lots of points. Maybe there are only few records over there, but in ideal scenario, it should be useful for a, I mean, big data you can say. I mean, lots of data we can use on top of that plots. So then, I mean, that can be very much useful that time. And this is the main purpose of Python, as I mean, matplotlib, the Python as well. Okay. So I just tried to have some basic input on top of plotting part. Just going ahead with the next topic. So it's MySQL connectivity. It's the next topic that I'm trying to say. We can connect the MySQL database, this one from Python, First of all, how to create the connection. Then we can write the data in MySQL from an existing data frame. Suppose we are taking data from a CSV, we are doing some manipulation on top of data frame by the operation what we have gone through till now, and we can push the same data frame or resultant data frame to MySQL database. Let's just start with the connectivity first, then I'll be coming to this stuff, one by one. Okay. So I have prepared some code over here so that we can go ahead with easy way. Okay. So first of all, what I have done, this is the new package I have installed, py MySQL, Python MySQL. Okay. So now I want to convey. So here I'm connecting MySQL database. That's why I have chosen that particular package to be installed. Okay. But maybe there are several databases, just like you are trying to connect Oracle database. For Oracle as well, there is maybe Python Oracle connector is available there in the package. So you just need to install it and you need to import the same thing. So as per your own, which database will be working in your industry or just like this, you need to choose the appropriate library and you need to connect the proper way in the database engine over there. So this is one of the main line. We are defining the connection string in this format, just like host is local host that I have mentioned you earlier. User is root. By default, if we just open that particular thing, if we do not change the name for MySQL, user should be showing as root. And the password I have hard coded over here. What I'm putting over there, that is the password. So I'm trying to connect this one. Connect is that classes over here. So I'm just con is the variable I'm passing this connection string to connect MySQL database. Okay. So till this thing, this is one of the main important steps for authentication method to connect this MySQL. So when this thing is done, we need to create a cursor. Okay. So this is the conventional way to going ahead with, how to go ahead with those kind of SQL stuff. Or, opening a cursor only, we can access to the database. For this cursor version, actually, we need to create a cursor. I have opened the cursor. I just run the data, particular query over here, and we can close the cursor. This should be the ideal way, but we are, terminating the program, so there will be no issue over here. So what we are doing, we have created the connection. We have created this cursor. This is the variable cursor equal con this connection dot cursor. I'm calling one cursor over here. Then we can put our which query we want to execute from this database. We need to put the particular thing over here and cursor dot execute. Calling this method on top of cursor dot execute and the particular query which I want to run. Okay. Now we need to print the result. We can just use a for loop for I in cursor print I. Okay. So what query I'm passing? It's show databases. Okay. This is a particular command which should be useful for showing all the databases. That means the scheme, those kind of databases, it should be showing to us. Let me run it. The particular query, the particular code over here. Okay, it's not its main one. Sorry, I need to change to test because our code is in test tab. Okay, so I can see it's showing all the database name that is available inside the database. Okay, maybe everything is not available at in this particular panel. Just like information schema is a metadata one. So it's not, it's not visible over here, but it's there. So we have those data just like sys. It's also a metadata one. It's storing the metadata information of the other databases as well. Okay. But we can able to see all the databases available in that database. So we can also use a particular query. Let me just show you a query. Let me just pick a query over there. Okay, student. Let me put the database name as well first. Yeah, dot student. Okay, okay. I'm passing the same query inside over here. So our query, this should be our query, and let me execute the same thing whether we are having the same record or not. Yes. So we can see the same record. So in Python, in PyCharm, we are able to connect the database properly, and we can fetch the record over here. Okay. So by this kind of PyMySQL over there, what we can do, we can fetch the table or anything, and we can do the operation. I mean, top of SQL, and we can type the SQL languages over here in query, and we can execute the query on top of, I mean, inside a cursor. Okay, we can do join, we can do group by aggregation, just like what we have written over there as a query. We can put the same thing inside the query, and we can run the thing. But there is a drawback. I mean, we have learned the data frame for data analytics purpose in Python, but why should we use the query? So that's why the best way, if we are just manipulating the data, there is another way. We can call the thing, this particular table inside the data frame, and we can manipulate at Python side. And again, if any output is required, we can push it to database again. So if this is the concept, then we can go ahead with the next tab. I written also the code and where we are using a new library as well. What is SQL Alchemy? Okay. So actually, we just need some basic guide or basic idea for this kind of stuffs. Maybe if you are new, then you are thinking how much library we be using or how much packages we were using. If we are totally in a brand new project, who will be telling us the particular library name? But believe me, if you are just quite aware to connecting one database or just like this, you should be having basic idea. Even a particular database you are just going to uh, have in your project or in your application in our industry, then you just have to search it in Google that what should be Python, uh, what should be the Python library over there. You can get the ideal library. And just like quick, what should be the quick classes that we are using, the methods inside the classes and all. So those kind of stuffs you can, it should be documented. There is python.org as well. So you can also search it over there and it's easily available. But the basic knowledge, I'm just trying to push it with you that this way we can quickly connect and it's not very much change what database you are using, but the concept should be clear from your side. What should be the steps? How to create the connection string, how to pass the database connection string, and how to connect a database, this kind of stuffs. If the concept is clear, then there'll be no issue but doing the thing from the other databases as well. So what I'm trying to convey over here in this tab, what is the difference in this tab? So over there we are directly pulling the SQL query and we can perform the query language over here. But this is not an efficient way to do that because in Python we have learned the data frame and we can do data frame operation over there. So that's why our main idea to use that one, that we will be pulling Python's table inside the data frame. We can manipulate it and we can push it again into the databases. If the users or data scientist or anyone, data analyst, they want to see the data at the output in database, then we can push the same data in there. We can do every operation, every transformation over here. Maybe we have different source system. We have a CSV file as well as we have some data frame. We have some tables from databases. We need to join between them and push the records again to the databases. So we can pull the record from CSV first. We can pull the record from databases again with a separate data frame. We have two data frame in our hand. We have learned the join in the last working day. So we can perform the join, we can store the value in a data frame and we can push it back to databases. So this is the concept. Okay. Now in the particular tab I'll be quickly going through with two particular steps. One is pushing data frame to databases. That is the first topic. So here I'm creating the data frame. This is the normal step we have already gone through. We are creating a data frame just like PD read CSV. In our local system, we have the teacher CSV. Let me print what is the output. DFT, sorry, is the teacher CSV. Everything is commented out. Let me run up to this step. Okay, sorry, it's test. We have test 3. Okay. So we only have these two column, teacher ID and subject, nothing else. So we have the data frame. Now our first topic, we should have to push the same data frame in MySQL database. So what we have to do now, we have to use the SQL Alchemy for the particular class that is called create engine. We'll be creating a database engine over there. So this is the command. Engine, this is the variable that, we are calling create engine, that particular class. Okay. And we have to pass the connection string. Okay. So this part is fixed for MySQL. What we are doing, after this slash, we are calling the particular service account or particular user of this database, that is called root, then colon, the password, @ server name, sorry, server name, colon, the port number for MySQL. So this is the, all the databases, if we're just trying to connect, we have to put in this way. And for connecting to the database, this is the only way. We should be having one host server name. In which server the database has been installed. This should be there. Over here, it's a local host. We should be having a username. We should be having a password, and we should be having a port. Okay. For Oracle, there is a separate port. For MySQL server, MS SQL server, there is a separate port. So that thing we need to mention over here. And if possible, we can mention the database so that the SQL engine will directly connect to the database. Okay. We cannot put the same thing. Then it should be in a root folder as well. Just like show databases, we can see all the databases. But over here, we have directly inserted into the database because I'll be calling a table or I'll be pushing the thing, all the records in that particular databases. That's why. Okay. So I just established the engine over here. Now what I'll be doing, I'll be pushing this data frame as a table format over there. Or yeah, let me push it first. Then I'll be trying to show you pulling up particular table from that database. So how to push it? So the particular data frame I'm calling. Okay. So it should be to SQL. This should be the method to SQL. It's in pandas as well. Pandas method. So I need to pass the table name first. Let me put double quote. Table name is a teacher table. So I'm putting teacher new. Okay. I need to mention the engine name. The connection engine, the particular variable over here. On top of this connection engine, I'll be pushing the record. That's why I need to push the engine name and the database name as well. Database name we can put, we cannot put because we have already declared the database over here. So while connecting the engine, we are calling this database. So we can push, cannot push. That is our own wish. Let me check inside the Teradata training purpose whether we have the table. We do not have any teacher kind of table over here. Okay. And the teacher, we can see there is teacher ID and subject 1, 2, 3, 4. And the particular subject, the particular teacher is learning here. We are there, we are having everything over there. There is nothing. Yeah. I'm just running this particular code. The code has been completed. Let me just quickly check over here. Refresh the thing. Yes, this is our new table. It's just been created. So just let me replace student by teacher new to check what is happening. I'm already in Teradata. Let me directly call teacher. Teacher underscore new. Yeah, it's there already. Something occurs. Table definition has changed. Please retry transaction. What has the definition changed? Yeah, everything is fine. I cannot see the data. Not sure what is happening in the database side. But I just want to convey the table has been created properly. I'll be checking it why the thing has been done over here. It should not be actually. So I can select that. I can select that particular table. The table has been created properly, but I cannot select it from here in the database side. I'll be quickly checking. Maybe the reset index or anything is occurring the issue. We have one index over there, but I just trying to convey the thing. The table has been created over here properly. Okay, I'll be checking what is the thing occurring over here in the database side quickly, and I'll be telling you that stuff. Okay, let me do one more thing over here. We have pushed the records or we have pushed the particular table, the new table inside that particular databases. Now I'll be trying to pull some table from that databases. Okay, so for that thing, what we have to do? So I'll be pulling the table from this database and I'll be taking it in a particular data frame. So I'm calling the data frame as df. Okay, so we'll be using pd dot read SQL table. Yeah, this is the one. Which SQL table we want to select student? Yeah, I have the command already, I think. Yeah, we can directly have to put the SQL query. Yeah, I have the SQL query handy. Is it's for the student itself. Okay, and I need to pass the same engine. This is the database connection string engine. Okay, so what I mean the last example what we have done, we are pushing some data. We are pushing the data frame inside the database itself. Now I'll be trying to get this particular thing inside our database. I mean, inside our data frame over here, so that we can go ahead with further manipulation. So I'm calling the student table. I'm running the thing. Happened. It's not able to find the student table. Why? Mm, some syntax error. Okay, so maybe some syntax error, or maybe I have put some naming issue with the Teradata training or anything. Okay, uh, it's successfully able to import the student table in the data frame. What is there in the student table? Let me quickly show the thing over here in DF. Okay, yeah. So the particular student table which is present over here. Yeah, now it's available. So this particular table we can pull in the data frame itself. So we have just covered two things. Those are very much important. But the sequentially, what we can do, I mean, this is a very high level thing we have done. But the main motto is we can call the table inside a data frame. Okay. Now we have multiple data frames in our hand. One maybe from this source, one maybe other source. We can do the things, maybe some lookup, maybe some join, maybe some uh, group by many other aggregation function. We can go ahead with that stuffs, and I can merge the two tables. So we have two different things and in two other source system, but we can merge the thing at our own way. And then we can push it to third database or any other thing, maybe any S3 bucket in a file format. We can push it as per our own wish. But this is the convenient way. We have to pull everything in data frame and we have to do the thing in Python, and we can push it the same data frame again into file format or any database format inside a database or any other storage spaces. So this is the entire topic I just want to convey. Now I just find while pushing the thing, I'm able to successfully push it just like this one, but I'm not able to check it. I just quickly check. I'll be checking later what is the issue. I'll be letting you know on that topic. But it's a minor one. I'll be quickly check on the database settings part and I'll let you know. This is not a major issue. Okay. So till now, any doubt to any one of you? Did you understand how to connect with the database and how to push and pull the data inside the Python? Then I think you were almost, I mean, for the data engineering perspective, if you are using ETL in as a Python tool, then there'll be no issue. I mean, the basic things you have learned, just you have to go ahead with your own way to do that particular thing. Is there any doubt or anything? Okay, hopefully no. So those are the all things, I mean, we have covered today. If there is any doubt or anything, we can quickly discuss tomorrow session. Please try to reach out to me. I mean, if there is any doubt. Okay. And I'll be surely checking what is the issue with that table. Why I cannot view the table. I can view the table over here. That is fine. I can view the DDLs. Everything is fine. But why I cannot see the thing? I mean, while selecting the data. Okay, then. Thanks everyone for your time. Bye bye. Have a great day.